Finally, the weekend is here, and it is not just any weekend, but it is the end of the month. Now, today is the last day of September. Let me know in the comment section how excited you are, what you've achieved so far, because we are left with October, November, December to end the year 2022. So let me know how the year has been for you. Mine has been super hectic. As I would always say, I learned a lot of lessons, but anyways, that is not why you're here today. So good day if you just tuned in. You are watching Today in Retrospect with me, Shejackiesays. For Today in Retrospect, since it is the last day of the month and apparently it is weekend and it is also Friday, we are going to be covering stories in our jurisdiction and dissecting and bisecting issues surrounding us. So last Wednesday, after doing the whole Today in Retrospect, I brought to you all why Kiddy was trending. Now today we are going to be talking about some issues which need concern, and that is the first one would be that of the UCC students who are in danger, and we would also talk about Bank of Ghana issuing strong warning to defaulters. And this week, Nana Addo has been trending. Our very own president has been trending for being booed and for copyright issues and a lot more. That is for top stories today. So let's just get right into it. First story for today, we are talking about the UCC students. Now, if you were watching me and you're not a Ghanaian, wondering what UCC is. UCC is an establishment, a university here in Ghana that was established like 60 years ago. So there are a lot of expectations from them now. But the whole point of this situation is that let us look at these things from a different angle altogether. Now, UCC has been there since time immemorial. And this week, there has been issues. Now, students have taken to Twitter and have been talking about the issues happening on campus, especially with thieves, students being stabbed. Just a quick disclaimer. Yesterday, we realized that indeed, UCC students are not actually, there's no one who has been dead yet. There hasn't been any confirmation of death yet. But that doesn't mean that the students are not in danger. That is one point. Now, we all know that as a diasporan on campuses, most of the times the university authorities do not take a look. It's like, you guys, they don't care about you. You are not part of the school. They only care about when you come for lectures or not. They don't consider what goes on in your hostels and other stuff. Now, it is high time university authorities put in measures to take care of students outside campus. Yesterday, I learned a thief broke into one of the hostels with a bunch of keys and he was severely beaten. Yes, he was severely beaten. Here are the videos. He was severely beaten. And do we have to wait for there to be a proclamation of death for us to say that, okay, someone is dead, actually dead, or people are dead, before we actually consider the safety of our students on campus? That is the question I'm throwing to us all. Should we wait for someone to be dead? Because this morning I woke up and I was reading a lot of Twitter tweets on Twitter. Then I realized that people are saying, oh, the students are bringing it up. And there's no way that students will just wake up one day and talk about this issue if it hasn't been something which is bothering them. And they are even calling to go on demonstration, which I believe is not the right idea. We saw their SRC president in an interview yesterday claiming that yes, it's true, no one is dead. That was what he said, and people are saying he's performing PR duties. That is what most of these SRC presidents that we call presidents that who are actually puppets, of them to actually do their job, they actually become the puppets of the university's governance or something like that. Now that is what their president was saying, actually debunking. Now people are angry at him, saying that actually I don't know if you people were waiting for him to say that yes, the fact is no one is dead, but people are in danger because the thief was caught and someone has been stabbed, but the person is not dead yet. Yes, I wouldn't say the person is not going to die. I didn't mean to say yet, but the person is not dead. That's the whole point. But the whole thing is and this is an issue which is everywhere. Students who go to campus to learn, even on campus at night, and there are security personnel. But I don't know. The question is, it is to both the university's administration, the administrative, and whatever the university. It is a question to them that we are asking that you always have security personnel, but the question is, what are they actually doing? What are they doing? You see, because we wake up every day, we see people talking about this student has been this, student has been that, and usually you hear it from the diasporans. But what measures are we putting in place that the students that we have on our campuses, the ones who are actually diasporans, the ones who are not in staying on the campuses, what are we doing to ensure their safety? That is one thing. Do you think that a university, less universities bring out things that they've set aside, or let me say policies that they have to ensure safety for students who stay outside campuses? It is nothing that they do. Even with regards to students' rent, they don't do anything about it because they don't stay on campus. Students have been, it has been in KUST. I don't know of Legon, but I know KUST students protested on the high prices of students' rent. Yes, how can a student who is paying 2,000 Ghana cedis as school fees be paying rent of 4,000 Ghana cedis? Let's read some tweets that we have and analyze them. So now this communique is dated to yesterday. I'm sure it came out last night. And that is one thing that most SRC, I don't know if you go, it's like you guys are supposed to be public relation officers. They are really quick when it comes to issuing communiques. Now, this is what the SRC of UCC is saying. That students and members of UCC are to be informed that a video circulating on social media indicating that a student has been stabbed to death on campus is fake. We are unequivocally making it clear to the members of the university community that there has not been such an incident in the university, and the Office of the Dean of Students and the SRC have put in place security measures. What are the security measures? So we want to know the security measures. Now, kindly know that the SRC has embarked on a security campaign led by the Diaspora Security Chairperson to sensitize students on security issues. And also the SRC has beefed up security by adding 50 more watchdogs to the existing security personnel of the university. So far, 35 watchdogs have been deployed to let me get a look at this well, guys, my eyes. Amamoma, Kwesipra, Apeuska, and INC communities. The SRC sent 20 watchdogs to Kwapra to intensify security. Currently, one of the perpetrators has been caught and is currently in police custody. Students are rest assured that students are to rest assured. Is it correct? Students are to rest assured that the Office of the Dean of Students and the SRC have put in place robust measures to curtail any security on campus. We therefore urge students to disregard any false information and go on with academic activities as measures are being put in place to ensure their safety. Okay, now let me put this down. Mr. SRC President of UCC. In fact, you've done well by issuing a communique. I'm pretty sure this will calm students. But trust me, it wouldn't calm them just like how you want it to be. The fact that you are telling them that they are lying, they are scared, and they brought a video out. But students are almost more hard. The whole point is sometimes we try to exaggerate. You know how the students are. We try to exaggerate about issues, but we are not in their situation. I am not on that campus. That's the whole point. I am not on that campus to probably talk about this, but that is what is happening. Now, let's go back to look at other Twitter tweets from students. Apparently, we don't know if they are agenda boys or they are Twitter users, but this is what is happening. The voice of the UCC students, which is on Twitter, that same page is the same page that posted that sad news has UCC as a female student stabbed to death by unidentified armed robbers in her room. Apparently, I read a full story, but one thing is we are sometimes supposed to be, as journalists, as media, as bloggers, we set the agenda. That is one thing, we set the agenda. So once we come out saying things that we've not verified, that is the public. They are thirsty for news, so obviously they are just going to swallow whatever thing that you tell them. Now I woke up at dawn when I saw like I slept quite early yesterday, and I said I was like, so actually apparently I nearly believed it before I had to do my quick research, ask people around what is actually happening for them to tell me that okay, not really true that someone died, but someone has been stabbed and a lot more. Then this is something that we also have here. Now, someone is saying that now first we have from rape cases in KUST to robbery, stabbing students in UCC. Now, what is going on and what is being done about the security of our students? That is one question that we need to ask ourselves. Now, unless the tertiary students need to experience something tragic, because we were all here when KUST a student was raped by a fellow student and a police officer. Yes, they took turns in raping the person. That's what I wasn't doing today in retrospect, but I believe that you all saw that news. They took turns, and that is the safety. This is a student on campus. now KM, now UCC. And this is not just these two universities. We have reports from other universities. People are committing suicide. UEW. Recently this week, someone wrote a suicide note. I haven't had time to even follow up on that story. Someone passed away. Well, that person wasn't feeling well. In UEW, someone just died. So a lot of things are happening in our university. I want to be very neutral here, but being a former student of a particular university makes me wonder that most of the students staying outside. Now, I really want to see these policies that this SRC president is saying that he has, and he and the university authorities have set aside for the students in the diaspora. And that is one thing that we want to see. And is this something that we want to tell the government to do? Because I believe that the government has delegated people in the university to do that, because we have people from the government on the board of the universities doing that. So I don't want to say because everything we blame the government, but this time around it is not the government, it is the schools that are closer to everything that is happening. They can issue with straight back to the government. That is why they have the council and whatever thing that they have. That is their duty. Other ones that we also have here, other Twitter tweets that we also have here. UCC needs help. Robbers are stabbing students and taking their electronic gadgets anyhow. Others injured and one reported dead, which is not true. Students' lives are at risk when going out in the evening to learn in nearby halls. And it is everywhere when students are going. And we had some in Legon where students were stabbed. Issues come out like this. We talk about it. That is it. They don't do anything again. When the issue is happening, that is when they try to intensify security. But afterwards, what happens next? That's the question that we need to be asking ourselves. What happens next? Now, these are other. I showed you guys the video of the guy who was arrested yesterday. Now, at this moment, he was like, I can't even go out to study at night because I'm afraid I fall into the hands of these people. They are really hurting us. In a particular university, students went to write examination right here in Ghana. We're all here. When they left their bags for security men to keep, and after they went to write their exam, they came back and a thief had bolted away with their belongings. That is right in Ghana here, where a security man was there. So is it that we're also questioning the authenticity of these security people that we're also having in our institutions? People who are supposed to be taking care of us, we left our bags to you to go and write examination, and this is where you come to tell us that a thief has bolted away with your things. Obviously, you guys should people even let students bring their bags into the examination room. Let them turn on their phones. It's not as if they are going to stand up and go into their bags to cheat. That's the whole point. That's even another topic for another day. But that's not what we are talking about. We're talking about the security of the tertiary students in the country. And let me know your thoughts on this, because we need to move on to other stuff. And the Bank of Ghana has issued a communique to defaulters, those who are owing quick loans, saying that the attention of Bank of Ghana has been drawn to some individuals who have acquired bank loans through mobile money platforms and have deliberately refused to register their SIM cards under the ongoing national SIM card registration exercise with the intention of avoiding repayment of acquired loan. Bank of Ghana wishes to inform the general public that data on all mobile money loan customers are domiciled in the databases of credit bureaus. As a result, failure to repay such loans will attract negative repercussions on borrowers' credit report history and could subsequently adversely affect any chance of obtaining loan and facilities from other financial institutions and credit providers in future. Borrowers who have discarded their SIM cards are advised to contact their telecommunication service providers or respective lenders to discuss repayment arrangement or to avoid adverse information on their credit reports that could deny them access to future credit facilities. Now, this is from the Bank of Ghana. Now, those owing mobile money, I know a couple of people. Now, this is for you. Now, that is what we have from Bank of Ghana. So if you know that you are a defaulter, you took the loan from Bank of Ghana and you took a loan for mobile money and you've discarded your SIM, this is a better time to make amends for that. Contact your agency. Just tell them that, please, I want to pay the money and just get on with your life. Now, our president has been training this week for all the negative reasons that we can think of, after being booed at the Global Citizen Festival in Accra, which has gotten a lot of people talking. Katie Hammond, a lot of people saying whatever thing that they want to say. Jampo, a lot of people are talking. But what is really interesting here is the fact that Kirani Ayat, who is a musician here in Ghana, actually retweeted. The president tweeted something on Twitter where he said that beneath the deep blue sky, the black star is calling. Follow the black stars and let them take you on this journey. That was what the president tweeted. Now, after that, a popular musician. Now, if you know Guda, and that's music from Kirani Ayat, and there's a video that he spent a lot. It's dope, the visuals and everything. As a content creator, as a creative director, and when we talk about a video being dope, this is one of the dopest videos. Now Kirani, it's saying that the president of Ghana has used my video Guda in this art to promote Ghana. I was actively reaching out to the Ministry of Tourism in 2018-2019 to use this video to push tourism in the north, and got no reply. Yet today it's in an ad and no one reached out to me for permission. Now it is high time that creatives in Ghana are being given the opportunity or are being treated fairly. Now this is an artist who actually reached out when he was done with the song, and he reached out to, oh, this is a very good something which is pushing the tourism of Ghana, putting Ghana out there, because it was dope. The visuals and everything is dope. Now this is the same music that when you guys didn't reply, you felt it was okay, let's use it. After all, this, we underrate the content created by creatives in this industry, and we just use it without regarding them or something. So now our president is in trouble, and this is even, now it is even there on BBC, and it is giving our president a negative name, which I believe it is not good for our country, because this week he has been like, if I were to be president and Uncle Father is like my head, there's fire on the mountain right now. Now Kirani is doing back and forth now. Also the Ghana Tourism Authority also brought out a communique saying that, for the record, the footage in question was acquired legitimately from a bespoke creative agency as part of the project in 2019. This video has thus been played severally locally and internationally without any issue. Without any issue, it means that time he didn't see it. That's the whole point. The content was used in accordance with the terms agreed with the agency, and not as being alleged. So now the whole point is, now they are all coming back and forth. Ghana Tourism Agency, usually these videos probably might not have come from Ghana Tourism Agency, but it is their brain. You guys brought out the idea that you want to do something like this, you want to do this initiative, you taxed an agency to do that. Now the agency here, we don't even want to know the agency, but it is you and the government. Ghana Tourism Agency represents the government, so that is you. Now that is what is happening with Kirani and Nana Addo and the Ghana Tourism Agency, which is still doing back and forth. And Kirani is also saying that no, it is not true. What the Ghana Tourism Agency is also saying, Ghana Tourism Authority is saying is not true. He also issued a statement here saying that categorically state that no agency has any right whatsoever to my intellectual property. I have not given right to any agency to use my likeness or work on my behalf. As such, so a lot, he's saying a lot, he said a lot. I don't want to go on and on because we've used a lot of time today discussing about trending issues in our part of the country, which is Ghana. Let me know your thoughts on the issues that we've discussed, about the mobile money defaulters, about the security of tertiary students on campus, and also the issue of Kirani, Nana Addo. It's been trending since, I think, Wednesday 27th. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's Wednesday or Thursday. That was when it started trending, and a lot more. So let me know your thoughts on these. And yeah, thank you guys for watching today in retrospect with me. Shejackiesays.